Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to use base paste to create a very smooth finish on her skin. And we're going to also play with the transparency of the butterfly. So I'm going to begin using the lightest color I could possibly use on her skin. And this is the color that I chose. It's light peach. This is Gallery. And I'm just going to apply it with a sponge all over. And I'm going to color up the skin. This is your base coat. We have a lot to go from here. And not too much. You don't want to make it dark. We're working on smooth. So I'm just going to get her nice and smooth. Now, I'm not worried about the butterfly because we're going to go right over the butterfly. I want those butterfly wings to be transparent. A little goes a long way. And we're going to get the whole thing. Don't worry about getting base paste on other objects, such as a little bit in the hair. It covers over beautifully. You're going to go right over that with pencil. You're never going to see it. Now, how long would it take you to do a smooth base coat on skin? If you answer more than 5 minutes, then you would love this stuff. Okay. Now that it's applied, just make sure I have it even. It was that easy. I'm going to wait a minute or two. We want it nice and light. I'm going to take a tissue and light circular motion, just like this. So you get that smooth finish and it will be dry to the touch. Just like that. Now you can actually forget that you have it down there. It's nice and dry. It feels just like you really can't feel it at all. The most you're going to feel is about one layer of pencil, and that's it. Now you're going to color the face up the way you would normally color it, except now it's 10 times easier. If you want to take some shortcuts, you can always go in with a little darker color. I've got a little bit of brown here, and you can put that in some of the areas that you know are going to be contoured, just to give it a little bit more of a push. Just like that. Those are your contour areas. Just like you were putting on makeup. You could put it in here, a little bit over here. And then remove with a tissue. And you are that far ahead of the game. Would have taken you hours. And it's perfectly smooth. And dry. Ready for pencil. So let's get out some of the pencils that I normally would use on a face. The first pencil I'm going to use on here is my white pencil. I'm using a Prismacolor. I want to get my highlight areas. That would be around the eye, going down the bridge of the nose, and then I'm going to go on to a little bit of my shadows, just because I could see that she's going to have a lot of them, and I've chosen, I mean, this is French Gray 50. I'm using a barrel, so it's old. It's not really marked, but this looks like the right color. And I just want to get in some of my shadowed areas. Now, instead of hard blending and breaking your arm, I get out a little sponge. I do a little twirl. She's a little girl. She wouldn't have wrinkles. Okay, now I'm going to get out my next color, and I think it's going to be either the rosy beige or the nectar. I have rosy beige here. I'll use that. Now I'm going to pinken things up with a little bit of rose pink and deco peach. So I'm going to be using these two pencils interchangeably. I've been working on her skin for about a half hour, and I applied underneath the lighter tone underneath the butterfly. Now I'm going to go back and use my base paste. I'm going to get out a clean applicator, and I'm going to just apply it right to the butterfly. I don't want the butterfly to come off as opaque. I want it nice and translucent. So the base paste is perfect for that, giving that illusion. Now I'm not applying any to the lips because I'm going to sort of push it onto the lips when I wipe it off. So it's very, very translucent on there, and I can still see the lip color underneath. Let's get out my tissue. And you see how underneath I could still see right into her skin? Okay, that's nice and dry. Okay, now I'm going to give her wings a little bit of a fade. I'm going very lightly. There's no pressure on my hand at all. If you have arthritis and you still love colored pencil, you gotta make yourself some of this. This is so gentle on your hands. I'm barely touching the page. Then I'm gonna go in with my white and just lighten things up in different areas, just to put a little highlight in there. Not really a highlight, just a brighter spot. And let's give her some eye color, and I'm going to use the same base paste in her eyes. Give her that matching. I'm going to let the color set into the paper before I start adding more. And I just want to add some details into the eyes. Here's a portrait trick. Use a charcoal pencil to do the pupils. It gives the pupil a softer appearance because the pupil is not a hard structure. It's actually a puckered group of muscles that allow light in and out. So when you use a charcoal pencil, it comes out softer and you get a more realistic look. There's also a shadow from the eyelid going down onto the eye, and that comes out very nice with charcoal. And remember, the white of the eye is rarely just white. It has shading too. And what's nice about a charcoal pencil is you can blend it out with a Q-tip. So everything stays nice and soft. Just like that. And now I can go in with some white and fill in the areas that are in between. Gives it a much more natural appearance. Okay, I also don't do eyelashes in colored pencil either. When I do eyelashes, I like to use a fine liner, and I just get better results, more detail, and then it'll never get covered up by colored pencil. Now, once that fine liner is dry, it's permanent. So I can go back with pencil and fill in, and you still retain the shape of those eyelashes. I'm sticking to everything on my desk. It's hot in this room. I hate my craft room in the summer. We get like barely any air in here. Okay, with a fine liner, I'm also going to go over some of the areas on the butterfly where the lines are. The next thing I'm going to do, which is probably going to be the last for now, is I'm going to give her a little bit of smoky eyeshadow. And I'm using the base paste for this. See, I can go right over those eyelashes and I don't have to worry about losing detail. I'm going to blend that out before it dries. I don't want it too dark. Give her a little eyeliner. The waterline. Just to define it. Shade up the bottom a little bit. And then, of course, in the corner, I'm using pink rose. Just to pink it up in here. To a more natural shade. And let's give her a little bit of pink. I'm going to darken up our eyebrows. There's so much to do on it. I could be working on this thing for days, but just darken them up a little bit. Now, her eyes, if you didn't notice, they're not even. It's the artist, not me. If you look, the spacing is not right. And so the eyes are a little bit wonky because they're out of the face. So I'm going to try to darken up a little bit over here to compensate for that. But it's just something it's in the sketch. It's not anything you do. That's why it's always important to pick the right sketch. It's very off. The more I look at it with with the color on it, you can just, now it's gonna bug me. Now it's gonna really irritate me. This eye is slightly above and in a normal, probably a normal position for the nose, because if like you could see it. See it now? There's the middle of the face. And these eyes should be in and the same space. Now that's really gonna bug me. It's gonna irritate the heck out of me. Oh well. Okay, that's it for today. I'm tired. Will I come back to this? Maybe. Maybe not. Now that I know that the sketch is off, my eyes are gonna go nuts from that. So, I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.